Well, Zambia's President Edgar Lungu was in France this week to drum up investment and boost bilateral ties. Lungu took over running the country just last January in elections that followed the death in 2014 of his predecessor, Michael Sata. Well, earlier he told me that he's confident that he'll get the backing he needs to be re-elected in August polls.
Zambians voted for the PF government in 2011 on the basis of the promises we made that is empowering the Zambian people and uplifting them from their poverty levels into a middle-income group. And I think I've walked the talk in that respect, because all the projects which were left hanging by my late president, may he so rest in peace, I've carried them on. And now as I go forward, it will just be pointing out that this we have accomplished this and that and that. Bearing in mind the challenges, of course, that we have encountered. And I was a non-entity at the time, but I think I've made enough mark to be confident that Zambians repose their confidence in the right person, and therefore there is no reason for me to worry about the elections which are coming. You should come to Zambia in August and see for yourself how fair, how democratic, and what we have achieved.
Definitely, Zambia's strong democratic tradition is one of the things that's going to make things easier for you on this trip to try and boost bilateral ties with France, try to encourage more investment. But on the other hand, the country has seen a pretty turbulent economic year, particularly with the drop in the price of copper. There's been a lot of encouragement for you to diversify your economy. Have any steps been taken in this direction?
I think that if people had learned their lessons in years past, we wouldn't be where we are. So what I've said is, yes, let's leave the mines. When the mines bloom and blossom, that's good. But we will not abandon agriculture. We will not abandon other sectors, like tourism, infrastructure development, manufacturing, and value addition. You know, the climatic change has not been kind to us, but I think it has given us a chance to wake up. And we are saying that we need to diversify our source of energy, because it's been hydro through and through, because we've been blessed with enough rain, but not anymore. So we are looking at solar energy. What other forms of energy are there? Let's exploit them. Zambia is open for so many opportunities for investors, but they have to come and then we discuss the terms so that we work together. It's not just about the investor winning, but it's a win-win situation we want to achieve, because in the past, people have invested and walked away with everything. We don't want to be exporting jobs. We want to export value additional products. In other words, jobs should remain in Zambia so that Zambians can benefit from our resources. And I think most people buy into that.
Well, one of the other big issues that arguably might be of concern to potential investors is Zambia's ongoing energy crisis. That in itself has been fed into by climate change. Now, but we saw this year a planned hike in energy tariffs rolled back. Can the country afford that, bearing in mind that the extra money that would have come from that energy hike could have been reinvested into the ailing power sector?
I thought that would come up. But let me assure you that there was no rolling back. When I spoke on the energy sector, I said that we are, migrating towards cost-reflective tariffs. And that means that it's a gradual process until we get to a point where the producer of energy is able to get a return on his investment. But what happened is my colleagues just woke up one night and bang, they were 300% up. Surely that's not how you do it. So there has been no abandonment or rolling back of the proposed increase on tariffs, but we will gradually implement them to a point where the consumer and the other beneficiaries of electricity will not be unjustifiably, hound out of business, because they didn't budget for that increase. So going forward, we expect the energy regulators and others, stakeholders in this game, to start upping it up slowly until we get to commensurate levels where investors will be attracted to invest in Zambia. And this is what I've been discussing with the energy investors who have got the potential or interest to save in Zambia.